XRP comes out on top again. More and more regions are showing a clear preference for XRP when it comes to altcoins, and honestly, it's no surprise. XRP just works. It delivers on what Bitcoin was supposed to do, but couldn't. Unlike Bitcoin, XRP truly fulfills the vision of a peer-to-peer cash system as Satoshi Nakamoto originally imagined. Instant spending? Check. Real-time settlements in seconds? Absolutely. And the cost? Mere fractions of a penny. The dream has been achieved, and XRP nails it. As one of the first digital currencies designed for seamless payments, XRP has built a reputation for doing exactly what it promises and doing it exceptionally well. With the SEC drama finally in the rearview mirror, people are waking up to its potential. The XRP bandwagon is getting crowded, and for good reason. This coin is proving itself time and time again. There's so much happening in the world of crypto right now, especially with tokenization taking off. I had to dive into some of it in this latest Ripple Moonwatch hot jam. Because let's be real, it's becoming impossible to ignore the clear favoritism for XRP. Turns out, when markets are left to make their own choices, they gravitate towards what just makes sense. And guess what? In this case, that's XRP. But before we go any further, let me be super clear. I don't have a financial background. This is not financial advice, and you absolutely should not make any buying or selling decisions based on what I say, okay? Now, on to the fun stuff. Check out this awesome headline from the Crypto Basic. Latin American users bought more XRP than Ethereum and Solana, Bitso report shows. Yep, you read that right. A fresh report from Bitso, one of Ripple's longtime partners, reveals that XRP is grabbing serious attention in Latin America. The report gives a snapshot of user activity on Bitso's platform over the past year, and the standout detail: XRP's explosive rise in popularity among its customers. Safe to say, things are heating up for XRP. The 2024 report reveals a fascinating trend. Despite a dip in platform activity, XRP acquisitions have surged, outpacing even heavyweights like Ethereum, Solana, and Doge. The data highlights that users gravitated toward XRP more than any other prominent tokens last year. XRP made up 9% of all purchases on the Bitso platform, surpassing the meme coin Pepe, which claimed the next spot at 6%. Meanwhile, Ethereum, Solana, and Dogecoin trailed behind, accounting for 5%, 4%, and 2% of Latin America's purchase activities, respectively. Remarkably, while Bitcoin and stablecoins still lead overall, there are regions where XRP gives Bitcoin a serious run for its money, an impressive feat that speaks volume. So what's driving this? Beyond its resilience, XRP offers unique features that Bitcoin doesn't, delivering real-world utility that users clearly value. Take the tokenization of real-world assets, for example. This transformative use case is on the rise. Just yesterday, headlines predicted tokenized stocks could surpass $1 trillion, 0 cents in market cap. For over a decade, the XRP community has championed this vision, a future where everything is tokenized. And now it's unfolding right before our eyes. Tokenizing financial assets is the future. It just makes sense. Putting everything on a blockchain unlocks real-world value. But here's the thing. There's never going to be one coin to rule them all. Instead, we'll see multiple players in the space, and XRP is already proving to be one of the front runners. Why? Because it's tried, tested, and battle-hardened. If you're looking to tokenize assets, you don't want to rely on a fresh, unproven blockchain. That's where the XRP ledger shines. It just works. For over a decade, people have tried to break it, hack it, exploit it, you name it, and they've failed. It's as close to indestructible as it gets. So as the world moves toward tokenizing everything, XRP is positioned to be a major winner. The blockchains that get adopted for this use case will drive massive value, and the coins tied to them could see staggering price growth. As more money pours into crypto, confidence in these systems will soar. Soon investing in crypto will look a lot like traditional finance. Think ETFs with multiple coins. Just like how people invested in S&P 500 tracker today, it's the simplest, smartest way forward for everyday investors venturing into the crypto world. When it comes to crypto, the game is evolving fast. It's going to boil down to the top 10, maybe 20 tokens, whatever that magic number ends up being. And guess what? XRP is going to be right there in the mix, included in those funds backed by actual XRP. This isn't just speculation, it's common sense, plain and simple. Sure, the charts won't go straight up, but this is one of many reasons XRP is destined to make waves and mint a whole lot of wealthy folks along the way. It already has, and it's just getting started. Here's the kicker. According to industry insiders, tokenized stocks are set to surpass $1 trillion, 0 cents, in market cap as adoption skyrockets. At the Tokenize This conference in New York, Stalker CEO Arnab Naskar described tokenized stocks under the umbrella of tokenized real-world assets, RYAs, as a $1 trillion market and growing. This is exactly what the XRP community has been preaching for years. It's the kind of validation that proves we're on the right track. They figured it out. Those early investors who believed in XRP's utility, they were the ones who helped elevate it, recognizing that real-world use matters. This belief put XRP on the radar for people like me back in 2017. And as more people learned about it, the foundation grew stronger. Even if you're brand new and jump in by 2025, it's thanks to those who came before you, believing that utility is what drives true success. And guess what? More people will come after you. This belief that utility wins matters. And it's proving itself every day. Price will always catch up to real value. That's the trajectory we're on. This isn't a theory, it's happening. Here's the headline from November 2024. ArcX provides access to Aberdeen Money Market Fund on the XRP ledger in collaboration with Ripple. Yes, an actual money market fund tokenized on the XRP ledger, which requires XRP for tokenization in every transaction. That's how the XRP ledger is built. Here's an exciting development. Ondo Finance has tokenized US Treasuries on the XRP ledger. No need to sift through endless articles. This news dropped back on January 28th. And guess what? Stories like this are only going to keep popping up. The XRP ledger is proving itself as one of the key players where real world assets are flowing. It's not just speculation, it's already happening. There's no reason to think this momentum will stall. Real world assets need a home, and XRP ledger provides the efficiency and reliability to make it the obvious choice. The use case is undeniable. The writing's on the wall. Oh, and here's something else worth mentioning. This one's been making the rounds again, though it's actually from August 2024, so not new news, but still important. BRICS nations like India and the UAE have started using XRP for trade to bypass the US dollar altogether. XRP is carving out a major role in global trade talks between these powerhouses. India recently completed its first crude oil deal with the UAE, using local currency, skipping the US dollar entirely. What's interesting, this transaction is tied to the XRP ledger system in a crypto trading fund, CTF, allowing users to earn CTF tokens as cash back. More tokenization on the XRP ledger? Absolutely. And yes, this requires XRP. Now here's the twist. This news isn't exactly new, even though it's been making the rounds lately. Some called it breaking news, but it's not. Still, it's exciting and worth revisiting. Why? Because it's another example of blockchain reshaping global finance. Speaking of crypto, let's talk institutional inflows, or rather outflows. CoinShares' latest report reveals a massive $751 million 0 cents outflow from Bitcoin in just 1 week. Ethereum down $37,600,000 0 cents. Other coins, similar story. It's a tough time for institutional level crypto players, but the data is telling. The standout coin with actual inflows this week, XRP. It pulled in $3,400,000 0 cents, while everything else is stuck in the red. That's right, XRP is turning heads, and for good reason. Now that it's no longer being artificially held back, it's finally gaining ground. It's about time, right? XRP is catching up, and it feels like a natural progression. Momentum is building, and honestly, it's exciting to watch. Quick reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't make any buying or selling decisions based on what I say. Seriously, that'd be a terrible idea.